Yes. Okay, a week. Yes. So on daily basis, he has to be updating the team. Is that it?
Yeah.
No. So if the team or individual worker sends a message requesting, message with a question requesting response, the worker is required to
Time to
respond.
stretch. Please stop. Stand up.
The team individual workers.
30 seconds.
This is not a required update. You're not required to communicate every 24 hours. You're only required to communicate if you are requested to.
Okay. Then
Right?
the second, if on leave, half week, 3.5 days. What does that mean? If you are going on leave,
If you're on vacation, right, you're requested to check in on Discord. We'll have a channel specifically for on leave communications.
okay.
And you'd be requested to check in at least every week or every half week or so. Like if you're working full time and then you go on vacation, we have needs as an organization. People just can't disappear for weeks on end without even communicating once,
Okay, at least the communication would mean maybe to understand how the team is going and how the job is going.
No, it's like if we ask you, are you coming back on Monday? You can't ignore us.
Okay.
Right? These are not just random communications. This is very specific professional work communications. Example, you're on leave. Are you going to be back on Monday to work? If you ignore us and you do not work, you will be deactivated. When you come back on Monday, you will not be allowed to work.
Yes, okay, it's fine. Fine, it's okay.
Yes,
it's fine.
So for scheduling purposes and professional work coordination, we need to be able to communicate with the workers. Okay.
Yes, it's fine.
It's not like, oh, hi, how are you doing? It's so wonderful that you're on vacation. No, that is not what we're talking about. We're not talking about just how things are going in general. We're talking about specific questions, professional scheduling, professional start times, dates, details.
Okay, what about a situation where there is no question to the person on leave? Can you just ask?
What?
If there is no question to the person on leave, can the person on leave send a message?
I just don't understand. What is the question?
Maybe I think he said if there is no question for someone who is on leave.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not a question.
Can the person on leave also chat up to keep the team flowing? Can he chat up if he hasn't received any message, but just to keep communication?
Stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I just don't understand. You're asking if a worker on leave is allowed to communicate. Is that what you're asking? I just don't understand.
Yes, if there is no communication to him.
You can do whatever you want to. It's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah, the worker can communicate all they want. We also have something called partial leave, where you're on leave, but you're still working like part-time,
Okay.
Yeah, so it just depends. Like typically when I go on vacation, I still work more than anybody else. Even people getting paid, and I'm still typically working like 20, 30-hour weeks, which is just outrageous because it's like people
15 to 24. Sorry.
What?
The next one, 15 to 24 hours, half week.
What?
Need explanation on that.
What's the question?
On line 12, 15 to 24 hours.
Yeah, but what's the question?
I need explanation on that.
How many hours per week are you budgeted for?
Yes, for now, under payroll, I'm making 10 hours for a week.
You're doing 10 hours a week?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Is it too small?
Well, it is 10 hours a week. Okay.
I'm just starting, so I want to get myself abreast.
Yeah. So that would be line 14. So at 10 hours a
Okay.
week, our expectation would be that you are communicating once per week, minimum.
Okay, but if I communicate, if I come up and every day, since I'm just starting, I come up every day that I'm able, I think there is no problem.
Absolutely, yeah. You just want to schedule and communicate. And again, your budget has nothing to do with your commitment. Your commitment is irrelevant to your budget. So you can commit to 30 hours a week, even though you're budgeted for 10.
Okay.
So that's just up to you to decide what your schedule is. Do you have the link to the team schedule? Do you have a link to the team schedule?
No, I don't.
I send you over the gist it on activity.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So can someone say, I'll ask my trying to reconnect during the worker. Okay.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
Okay. So for you, Chinwendu, because you are interested in working 10 hours per week in your budget, you're only required to communicate once per week minimum. Okay?
Okay.
If you go on leave, you'll be expected to check in once every 2 weeks if we have a question about something. And if you disappear for 3 weeks, we can deactivate you and then remove you from the budget.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, any other questions?
Please, where is the link sent? I'm yet to see it. Said on activity.
Let me resend it. Let me resend it again then.
We
Or
can
I can
also
even send.
we can also link it. You could also link it here to Jitsi too.
Okay.
And we're gonna need to get your main sheet already. If someone can someone create Chinwendu's main sheet. Okay. Anyway, can we go ahead and vote? Are there any other questions?
No.
All right, so let's go ahead and vote. I am going to vote an 8. I mean, I think this is pretty basic. Does anyone else want to vote?
Thank you, Namesh.
Okay, you're welcome.
I'll vote a 7.
Thank you, Ote.
You come, sure.
Lucy, do you want to vote verbally?
I vote 7.5.
Okay, and Chinwendu.
So J, it simply means someone like me that is full time. So how does it affect substitute? I forgot. I think I'm no more a full-time worker, right? I'm a substitute.
Yeah, so substitutes, once they're activated, they are a normal worker. So both you and Chinwendu are substitutes, but you've been activated, right? So substitutes activated are required to communicate like a normal
Time to
worker.
pause. Please stop.
And when
Close
not
your eyes.
activated,
Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
required to communicate for the new moon goal session and the week that you are active. And just so you know, Ate, you are highest ranked of the substitutes. So even if you were not activated currently, you would still be active for this week because you have week 1. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes through week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, the 4 substitutes. So basically, as a substitute, you are once activated, there's no difference between a substitute and a normal worker, except that if we hire normal workers, you can be deactivated as a substitute, and then except for the week that you're guaranteed. Does that make sense?
Yes. So
but that would require us to have all of our workers, which obviously we don't. So for now, the fact that you're a substitute is irrelevant because you're activated as a normal worker.
okay.
Because we don't have enough people working right now.
How does the
Okay,
leave
so
come? Okay, sorry.
okay, so this means that I should be communicating every 24 hours. Within 24 hours, I must communicate, right?
Yeah, like if we ask you a question like, hey, Tay, are you coming to work tomorrow? Like, did you do your responses? And you just don't respond for 3 days? You're a full-time 34-hour worker. That's unacceptable. That's unprofessional. You're deactivated. We're removing you from the budget within a week or 2.
Yeah.
Like it's outrageous that people think it's okay for us to put $3,000 in the budget and then not even communicate. It's like we just hired you. I'm furious right now that we put all this effort into the recruitment. We literally put a $3,000 budget together. There's 18 people in the budget, and then only me and Sandra and
Lucy
showed up for work yesterday for our required primary monthly goal session. And it's outrageous, right? So the idea here, it's just like, I don't want to sit here and talk about deactivating workers. It's like, you're not communicating, you're deactivated, moving on. Like, you don't want to work, we don't care. You're deactivated, moving on. Who wants to work? It's like not time to sit here and propose, let's deactivate this person because they're not working. I don't have time for that. No one should. If you don't want to be professional, this is not a good place for you.
Time to take a break. Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
But if you take leave, you get a half a week. Channel and there's specific communication for you, it needs to be in that channel. You should answer it. For example, hey, it's not clear when you're coming back. Hey, Joyce, you were supposed to be back a week ago and you're still not back. What's going on? When is your start date? If you don't respond for half a week, you get deactivated. And then there needs to be a vote to reactivate.
Okay, you just created a channel, right?
Yes, I created a channel. So if we approve this proposal, I'll notify the team, make sure workers know that if they're on leave, they're required to communicate.
Sorry, what is the channel name?
I guess we did pass it already. Okay, this passes. So passes here.
What's the name of the channel?
Yeah, I'll send it out right here. Worker. Oh. All right, do you see it?
Yeah, on leave channels. Okay.
Okay, on leave.
Yeah. So if you're on leave, we can communicate in the on leave channel. There's also the inactive channel. If you get deactivated, they're right next to each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So anyways, that's that will deactivate. Let's think about who gets deactivated basically immediately. Romiel should be deactivated. Romiel and Jeremy are basically already deactivated. They should be removed from the budget if they're not going to communicate. And I think this also applies to, let's also make sure this applies to inactive workers, right?
Yeah.
This should also apply to inactive workers. for ongoing coordination and communication. So I think that also means like that substitutes plus as if you're inactive / on leave. So I wanna change it to, instead of on leave, that it's on leave or inactive. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either on leave or inactive, because if you are inactive and you're a substitute, you need to be communicating regularly. Like if you're a substitute, you need to be communicating even more than someone who's not a substitute, because you could be activated and you need to be available to sub for the team immediately. Like if you take 3 days to communicate as a substitute, it's like we might already be not needing you anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
can take 3 days if you are inactive, if you have not been activated as a substitute.
Yeah, but that's not very helpful. Like if we need a substitute today because someone's calling out sick and you don't communicate for 3 days as a substitute, you lose all that money, right? You're not working.
Yeah. You're supposed to be on Discord.
Yeah, so you should be on call. You should be available to fill in for your coworkers and support them. And we can talk about that in the fourth policy as well, right? So, you know, substitutes availability. All right, so let's go on to the next proposal. So this definitely passes.
Okay, let me take it to the
You're gonna send it to
decision
the
channel.
awesome. All right, cool. So are we ready? Oh yeah, did we take a break? I feel like we missed the break. Let's take a 5-minute break.
Yeah, we did.
Back. When we come back from the break, let's go on to the next proposal. Okay.
Mhm.
And
It's
the
4
break
o'clock.
will start. Please get focused on the session.
right, so ready to start it all, or what?
Yes, Joy. But
Here that we should check in with Joyce, we should check in with Soul, we should try to check in with Kanisha. All these people are, we don't know when they are starting to work. Okay.
is So on leave?
Yes, Soul is on leave until next week. She said she could not work this week.
Even Kenisha?
Kanisha, we haven't heard from her at all.
But
So,
I saw that So for her 1.5 goal she was verified with nothing.
for what?
1.5 goal she was verified. So if she's not communicating, how did she got
Who
verified?
Who got verified?
So
Oh, well, that must have just been an accident.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
okay.
I don't even see Kanisha's goals at all. I don't know what we're talking about.
So SOL.
Soul says not verified.
Hmm.
Not verified. I don't know what you're looking at.
Then it must have been changed because it was verified when I wasn't.
Okay, good. Well, let's change them. That's good. Okay, so can someone communicate with all the workers and recruits?
Okay, let me do that on phone.
Okay, you don't need to do it now. It just needs to be done. Do you understand? Like every time I ask for something to be done, doesn't mean like do it now or not do it. It's like take on the task, make sure it gets done in the next 24 hours. Like it's not complicated.
On the new recruit channel, right?
I don't care where you communicate with them from. Like Romeo and Jeremy need to be communicated in the inactive channel. Joy should be communicated in the on leave channel, possibly Soul as well. Do you understand?
So who am I going to be communicating on the new recruit?
It's in column Q.
Mhm.
I'm back.
Do you see column Q or not?
Sure. Yes, I think I'm seeing it.
So can you do this or not?
Mm, I can do it.
Are you going to do it?
Yeah, I'm doing it by the way.
I would prefer you not to do it right now. We need to focus on these proposals, and if you're not focusing on the proposals with
Mhm.
us, then it'll be very, very frustrating. I'm asking you to sign up to do this work to make sure it happens. That's what I'm asking you to do, and you're not answering me.
I'll do it, Jay. How do I answer? I think I've been talking here. I'm not
Yeah,
silent.
you keep telling me that you're going to do it right now or something. I don't
I will
understand.
do it. I will do it. I will
Thank
do it.
you.
Okay,
Thank
sorry. Ate, Jay is saying that you don't do
I've
it now,
understood
that you
what
do it
you
later.
said. I understood.
Okay, okay.
you. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's get
Sorry,
focused on the
can I,
yes.
sorry, can I ask?
Yeah.
Can I ask, please, the leave, how does one go on leave? Is it from the management or just
Yeah,
maybe having a break?
you just notify us that you want to go on leave, and that's
Okay,
it. You just tell us. So, and you can use the on leave channel now because we just created that. So we can
okay.
track everybody who's on
Maybe,
leave. And then the
maybe,
requirement is you need to let us know when you plan
Time
on
for
coming
breath.
back to work.
Please stop and get ready. Now
okay,
inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
Okay. And if you have
okay,
back pay benefits, which as a new worker you don't quite have, you can get in advance if you if you need payment immediately. If you need money, we do offer that. We'll go over that in your orientation as well. But basically, if you have back pay benefits, then you can take automatic paid leave or paid vacation. Okay.
hmm.
Yes.
So like maybe for next week, maybe there is a maybe a religious meeting that I have to attend, and I just have to make it known to the management that between this time and this time I will not be available. Is that right?
No. So you control your own schedule, right? So you tell us when you're going to be scheduled on the regular team schedule, or you schedule other times that you're scheduled. So we're only expecting you to come to work if you are scheduled. So if you can't make a scheduled session, then you cancel and you let us know you're not going to be available that day. If you're taking leave, that would be like, okay, I need to go traveling. I need 3 days off. I need a week off. I need multiple weeks off because I have to deal with a family emergency or something. So typically, if you're taking leave, it's more than just a session or a half day or a day or whatever, you know?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I think I.
So if you have a weekly commitment with another organization, for whatever reason, you just don't schedule during that time. We're not expecting you to work any time that you're not scheduled.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So are we ready to get to the next proposal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this proposal is related to value. And we're saying that basically, if you're slowing down work for any reason, that your value is less. And if you're dramatically slowing down work for any reason, that your value is dramatically less. So instead of normal 1x value, it would be 0.75x. And then for dramatically slowing down work is 0.5x. Okay, so this relates to all of our new policies for work, time, and value.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So we have a new policy for bad connection. If someone's on audio and with their computer, but they have a bad connection and they're not able to work smoothly, 0.75x. If you have audio only, it's 0.5x. That's always been there. And for text only, is 0.25x. Okay. So we're adding to that we would and then work. Okay. And this also already affects your ranking as well. We already voted on that yesterday. So do you understand the proposal or no?
We understand.
So are there any questions?
Yes, some questions. I'd like you to explain this 0.75. It's not percentage.
Only bonuses. Say what? So it could affect your, for example, like overtime pay and things like that. What were you saying?
Okay, I said the 0.75 or 0.5 is not percentage, just the figure, the value is deducted.
Value.
Wow.
So in my mind, you and Sandra would be more like 0.75 potentially. And obviously all these can be discussed, but we need to be prioritizing workers who can efficiently and effectively move the work forward. Otherwise, we're going to go bankrupt and fall apart. Like right now, we have major problems. So it's better for everybody who wants to be involved that we are prioritizing and making sure we're getting good, normal, efficient work done. Yeah. And this also allows for example, let's say someone doesn't have a computer, they're allowed to work with us.
Time to stretch. Please stop. Stand up.
But
move around for 30
so
seconds.
If someone doesn't have a computer, they're allowed, but you're going to get half your value, and it's going to affect your ranking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand. That actually is important, but since it's not specified from the onset during recruitment, so I'm thinking that that value should be reduced.